Your dog has been telling you whether they're happy every single day of their life with you, not in a way that requires translation or interpretation, in a way that's been right in front of you this whole time, in how they sleep, in how they wake up, in where they go when they have the whole house to choose from, in how they look at you from across the room when they think you aren't watching. Welcome to Canine Mind. Subscribe now. This one will change how you see your dog. Today, we're going through 10 signs that your indoor dog is living a genuinely happy life. Not a tolerated life, not a managed life, a happy one. Some of these signs are things you've probably noticed and never known what to make of. At least one of them will surprise you. And by the end, you'll have a completely different understanding of what your dog has been communicating to you from the very first day they came home. Sign number 1. They look at you with soft eyes. There is a specific quality of eye contact that a happy, bonded dog gives their person, and once you know how to recognize it, you cannot unsee it. The eyes are soft, half-lidded almost. The face around them is loose, no tension in the brow, no tightness at the muzzle. The dog is not staring with intensity, not scanning with urgency. They're simply resting their attention on you, the way you might rest a hand on a familiar surface without thinking about it. This gaze has been studied in detail by researchers interested in the dog-human bond, and what they found is striking. When a dog looks at their person with this soft, sustained eye contact, both the dog and the person experience a rise in oxytocin, the same hormone that facilitates bonding between parents and infants. The dog isn't just looking at you.
They are chemically deepening the relationship with every second of that gaze, and you're doing the same in return. A happy dog doesn't look away quickly. They don't dart their eyes or avoid contact, but they also don't stare with the hard, challenging intensity that communicates something very different. The soft gaze is specific. It says, "I trust you, I feel safe here, and I am so deeply comfortable in your presence that I can look at you like this without it costing me anything at all." If your dog gives you this look during the ordinary moments of your day, when you're reading, when you're working, when you are just existing in the same room, you are receiving one of the most genuine expressions of love available to an animal. Accept it for what it is. Sign number 2. They seek out your scent when you're not there. If you have ever come home to find your dog curled on your pillow, or lying in the exact spot on the couch where you always sit, or with their nose pressed into the shirt you left on the chair this morning, that is not misbehavior, and it is not coincidence. It is one of the most direct and honest expressions of attachment that a dog has in their behavioral vocabulary. A dog's primary sense is olfactory. Smell is not just how they gather information about the world, it is how they experience emotional states. Your scent, specifically and uniquely yours, has been paired through countless repetitions with safety, warmth, food, play, and affection. It has become a neurological shortcut for everything is fine, I am home, I am not alone. When you are not in the room, when you have left the house, or when you are in a different part of it, your scent remains.
And a dog who actively seeks that scent, who positions themselves in it, who chooses your pillow over every other soft surface in the house, is a dog for whom your smell is the primary signal of safety. That specificity is not small. There are many people and many smells in the world. Your dog has identified yours as the most comforting thing available to them. That is a form of love, expressed through the sense that is most fundamental to who they are. Sign number 3. They wake up slowly with full body stretches. How a dog wakes up is one of the most reliable windows into their nervous system. Watch carefully the next time your dog wakes from sleep. A dog who is truly at home in their life wakes up gradually. The sequence is recognizable and unhurried. A yawn that opens the mouth wide and holds for a moment, followed by the front end stretch where the chest drops and the front legs extend forward. Then the full spinal arch and the extension of the back legs, one at a time or together. The whole thing is slow. It is performed without checking the room, without the tense head lift and eye scan that a stressed or insecure dog produces when waking. The body takes its time coming back online because the body was deeply offline, because the sleep was real. That full-body morning stretch is not just a pleasant thing to watch. It is the behavioral signature of an animal whose nervous system was relaxed enough during sleep to require real effort to reactivate it. Stressed dogs don't stretch like this. They come to their feet quickly, sometimes startled, sometimes already alert. The slow unfurling of the stretch is the luxury of a dog who knew, at the level of the nervous system, that sleeping deeply was safe.
If your dog begins every morning with that full, fluid, unhurried stretch, arching their back, extending all four limbs, yawning with their whole jaw, you are watching an animal who slept the way sleep is supposed to be, and that is not available to a dog who is uncertain about where they are or who they're with. Sign number 4. They move around the house throughout the day. A happy, confident dog treats the whole of their home as their home. They are not confined to one spot. They are not stationed in a single room. Throughout the day, they move, following the warmth of the morning sun as it moves through the house, finding the cool tile in the kitchen when the afternoon gets warm, relocating to the rug in the living room when they want softness, shifting again when something about the light or the temperature or the simple pull of comfort suggests somewhere else might be better right now. This movement is purposeful without being anxious. It is the movement of an animal who has surveyed their territory and found it safe, who has no reason to stay close to a single spot because no spot feels unsafe. The whole house is theirs. Contrast this with the dog who stays in one place, always the same corner, always the same distance from the door, always the same position relative to the person they're attached to. That kind of stillness is not necessarily contentment. It can be the immobility of an animal who is uncertain about the space beyond their safe zone and has decided that staying in the one place they know is preferable to risking the unknown parts of the house.
A dog who moves freely, who follows the sun from room to room, who explores the range of comfort options available in their home without hesitation. That dog is practicing something behavioral scientists call confident comfort seeking. They know the house. They trust the house. Every room is theirs to use. Sign number 5. They sleep in different positions throughout the day. A happy dog has a sleep repertoire. On their side, legs fully extended, total muscular release, the body completely given over to rest. On their back, legs in the air, belly exposed, the most vulnerable position a dog can be in, and the one they only choose in an environment they trust absolutely. Curled, nose to tail, conserving warmth, comfortable, cozy, their own small, self-contained world. And then back to the side, or to the flat sprawl, or to the specific configuration of limbs that seems, at this particular moment of this particular afternoon, exactly right. What you're looking for is variety. A dog who sleeps in multiple positions across a day is a dog whose body is comfortable and whose nervous system is flexible. They're not locked into a single position by anxiety or vigilance. They're not curled so tight that uncurling would be surprising. They move between states because moving between states is easy, and because no single position is being maintained as a defensive posture. Stressed dogs tend toward repetition in their sleep posture, often curled tight, often facing the door, often in the position that allows them the fastest rise to alertness. The variety of happy sleep is the variety of an animal who has no particular reason to be ready for anything. They are simply resting, in whatever configuration serves them best right now, because rest is easy and rest is safe.
Sign number 6. They know your routine but stay calm about it. Your dog knows your schedule better than you think. They know when you typically wake up. They know what the sound of the coffee maker means about the morning. They know the specific quality of your movement when you're leaving for work versus when you're going to the kitchen for a snack. They know the time of day when your car tends to return. They have mapped the rhythm of your life with a level of detail that most people would find impressive if they knew about it. And in a happy dog, this knowledge produces something specific: calm anticipation, not frantic pre-departure anxiety, not spiraling excitement, just a quiet, knowing positioning. They move to where you'll next be. They wait, not with the tense watchfulness of a dog who's not sure what's coming, but with the relaxed readiness of a dog who knows exactly what's coming and has no problem with any of it. This is the behavioral signature of a dog who has learned, through a long accumulation of evidence, that your routine is reliable, that when you leave, you come back,
that the shape of the day has a predictable pattern, and that pattern is safe. The calm with which a dog waits for you, without destruction, without vocalization, without distress, is not absence of feeling. It is the presence of trust. They know you're coming back because you always come back, and their nervous system has recorded that fact as foundational. Sign number 7. They bring you gifts. When your dog picks up a toy and carries it to you, or retrieves the sock from the laundry, or arrives at the front door as you're coming in already carrying something in their mouth, they are not asking you to play. They are giving you something.
Or more precisely, they are doing the one thing in their behavioral vocabulary that most closely approximates the act of offering. Happy dogs share. This is not a trivial thing. The instinct to keep resources, to guard rather than offer, runs deep in canine biology. When a dog brings you their toy, they are taking something they value and choosing to put it in your vicinity rather than keeping it for themselves. The toy dropped at your feet is not a request. It is the closest thing a dog has to a gift. This behavior is particularly common in dogs who feel genuinely secure in their relationship with you. The offering of something valuable, even something as humble as a half-chewed plush or a squeaky that has long since lost its squeak, is the behavior of a dog who has so much confidence in the relationship that sharing a resource feels safe. They are not afraid you will take it. They are not concerned you won't give it back. They simply want to be in a moment of giving with you, because being in any kind of intentional exchange with you is a thing they have learned to value. Sign number 8. They adjust their contact based on your mood. This is the sign that tends to surprise people most, because it requires acknowledging something many dog owners feel but rarely say directly. Their dog reads them better than most people do. A happy dog who trusts you does not apply affection uniformly. They modulate it. When you are tired or low, they come close, not demanding, not bouncy, not requiring you to perform engagement, but present, a head on your knee, a quiet settling against your leg.
The specific weight of their body against yours in a way that communicates, I see that something is different about you today, and I am here for the version of you that is here today. When you are rushed, when the energy in the household is high, when you are on the phone or focused on something that doesn't include them, they give you room. They watch from a comfortable distance. They don't insert themselves. They wait for a moment that's actually theirs, rather than demanding one that isn't. This reading of emotional context and adjustment of behavior in response is a form of social intelligence that researchers have found to be genuinely sophisticated in dogs. It is also a form of love, specifically the kind of love that is oriented toward the needs of the other rather than the needs of the self. A dog who gives you space when you need space and comes close when you need closeness is a dog who has paid enough attention to you over enough time to actually understand you. That is not a small thing. Sign number 9. They watch you from across the room without tension. Not all love requires proximity. One of the most underappreciated signs of a happy dog is this: they can be on the other side of the room, in their own spot, in their own comfort, and simply watch you. Ears relaxed, breathing slow, body loose, just watching, with the calm, sustained attention of an animal who is exactly where they want to be. This kind of distance watching is distinct from anxious monitoring. An anxious dog who watches you from across the room has a different quality in the body. The ears are forward and alert, the weight is ready to shift, the watching has urgency in it. What we're describing here is the opposite.
The dog who watches you from across the room with complete ease, who can hold that gentle attention without any particular need for it to result in anything, is a dog who finds your mere presence sufficient. They don't need to be touching you to feel connected to you. They don't need to be right beside you to feel safe. Just being in the same room, being able to see you, is enough. This quiet watchfulness is one of the purest expressions of canine contentment. It says, I am good, you are there, and that combination is all I need right now. Sign number 10. They play by themselves. Here is the one that surprises most people.
When you see your dog pick up a toy on their own, carry it around, shake it, toss it in the air and catch it, zoom through the living room with a ridiculous burst of energy that didn't seem to come from anywhere, and you are not involved in any of it, that is not your dog entertaining themselves because you're busy. That is your dog being emotionally free. Self-directed play is possible only in an animal whose baseline anxiety is low enough that they don't need constant human reassurance to feel safe. An anxious dog doesn't self-play. An insecure dog doesn't wander off for spontaneous solo zoomies. They stay close, they monitor, they follow, they wait for the human to initiate everything because the human is the source of all the safety, and being out of range of that safety feels like risk. When your dog goes off on their own and does something ridiculous and joyful without you, they are demonstrating that the home itself, the routine itself, their own sense of being a settled creature in a stable environment has become a source of safety that doesn't require you to be directly present for it to work. You have built that.
Through every reliable routine, every consistent return, every ordinary day that taught them that this is a place where good things happen, and the people who love them always come back. Put all 10 of these signs together, and what you have is a portrait of an animal who feels something specific and important. They feel at home. Not just housed, not just fed, not just managed. At home. Safe in the body they're in the space they occupy, with the people they've chosen to love. And the truth is that most of what it takes to give a dog a happy life is not expensive or complicated. It's consistency. It's predictability. It's being the person who always comes back, who speaks to them in a calm voice, who notices when they've curled up in your spot and understands what that means. It's the daily practice of being worth trusting, and then trusting that your dog, in their own language, is telling you every day whether you've succeeded. If you saw your dog in any of these 10 signs, subscribe to Canine Mind and drop a comment below telling us which sign your dog shows most. Because every one of those small things your dog does that you've been noticing and not quite naming, they've been trying to tell you something. Now you know what it is.